Church meetings are brilliant. Well, not everyone thinks so, and that's probably a good thing. But the meeting that's coming up next Sunday is particularly important for the future of St. Lawrence's and our life together, so I thought it would be helpful to explain why. The annual parochial church meeting, or APCM, allows us to look back over what has happened over the last year, with a view to planning and getting ready for next year, 2021. A parish meeting takes place first, at which 2 church wardens are selected. And at the end of the meeting, representatives of the congregation are selected for St. Lawrence's Church Council, the PCC. These representatives will decide the direction the parish is going to take. They're trustees of St. Lawrence's as a charity, and they represent the church, both within the congregation, but also within the local Church of England as well. PC meetings don't have a great reputation for being dynamic and fast-moving. But over the last 6 months or so, the meetings have been very efficient and a lot of work has been done. The PCC usually meets 4 to 6 times a year, with each meeting lasting 2 hours. Members of the Church Council are usually also part of a committee, working with other members of the congregation on a range of projects to keep St. Lawrence's ticking over, but also to renew and to develop our life. The overall job of the PCC is to help St. Lawrence's to be a loving place, somewhere in which church members can be at home and can meet with God, and somewhere where Christ is known and can be seen by others, so that many may be drawn to the love of Christ and know the fullness of life lived from knowing him. The PCC's work then can be divided into 2 main tasks: helping members of the church to be more fully part of its life, and looking to the area around to ensure we show the love of Christ to our neighbours. I call then the PCC's job is to show leadership which unlocks others' potential. To do this, members of the PCC listen to others' thoughts and experiences and work with these to develop a strategy for the church. Members then set about organising the parish's resources and connecting with people in order to live in a way that helps its members to be most fully a part of the parish's life and in a way which shows the love of Christ to those around us. The last PCC has already made a series of decisions which set our direction of travel. So what's coming up over the next year? Well, firstly, the interim process. The questionnaire that members of the congregation completed in March suggested that there were 2 groups which felt at risk of losing something they valued. Reading between the lines, these groups split roughly between members of the congregation who fear losing something distinctive from St. Lawrence's as it develops to meet the demands of a changing society, and others who struggle to find a way to contribute to St. Lawrence's so that they could feel welcome at home and exert an appropriate influence on how St. Lawrence's is and how it might change and grow. Because of this, the PCC needs to have good representation from the whole congregation in order to find a way that's life-giving for everyone. St. Lawrence needs to be a home for people who are single, for young families, for older people, for workers and established professionals, and for children. The second important area we need to look at over the coming year is how children and youth make a home for themselves at St. Lawrence's. With Dan's departure, the PCC decided that it wanted to think again about how an additional post is used to serve children and youth. This will mean that we need to review how children and younger members of our congregation are provided for at the moment, in light of what they say about their experience of being at St. Lawrence's. To be effective in this task, then, the PCC will need a number of members who live and work with children and understand their wants and needs. A third area that needs work over the coming year is our site and its development. There have been a continuous stream of plans to develop the church site since 1970, none of which have come fully to pass. With the Scout Hut failing, we need to construct a new building. The key question that we need to address is how this building will develop St. Lawrence's mission, which means the PCC needs to think in turn about how it relates to and serves the local community. Finally, number 4 are finances and how we continue to resource our church life. At the moment, about half our income is from rentals, from the church hall, the St. Lawrence Centre, and One Farthing's Close. Changes in our society and patterns of work means that we have a congregation that has less and less time to spend on supporting church activities, governance, and administration. This year, for example, we've had to outsource production of our end-of-year accounts. This pattern of development means that we're likely to need to generate more income to keep our worship and mission running. We need a treasurer and finance and resource team who can help us to think through these issues and future-proof St. Lawrence's life. So that's 4 areas: the interim process, how children and youth find a home at St. Lawrence's, development of the parish site, and our financial sustainability. I hope this video has whet your appetite for the work that needs to be done, because it's an exciting time. And I hope it's left you thinking about how we need members of every part of the St. Lawrence's community to help form the parish's life. Please now take a look at the letter I've written, which outlines what to do next to get involved. And do give me a call if you'd like to talk through what you might do and what to do next. Thank you.